Now Are You Okay is a team that has been the last to lost. They've only really lost Fries. And honestly this team is a weird one, cause I like almost every hero except one person here. Anyways, let's start with I don't like Tennis Ball. Tennis Ball had the biggest downfall in Teapot. He was fine in BFDI. Fine in BFDI, and I legit don't think he did much in BFB because most of the screen time in BFB was mostly of Golf Ball. But in Teapot, I just find him very bland, a one-noted clingy friend of Golf Balls with no other personality trait. How can inanimate insanity do a better job with fan than Teapot has with Tennis Ball? And I doubt Tennis Ball will survive this time. If he was in the bottom 2 last time, he's gonna be going somewhere next time, cause Eraser has more and more fans. TV and his underground fans have been coming in. Pen is too popular. Puffball and Golf Ball have fans and I doubt they'll be going anywhere. The only reason Fries went was to being unpopular, so there's that. But Tennis Ball doesn't really has any fans. He has some fans but that's just fans that love his BFDI and BFDI fans, so there's that. I honestly never seen Tennis Ball fans, at least not for a while. And no, it isn't cause he's a simp. He's not. He's just very clingy, and I think that's bad cause while the only reason Tennis Ball was so great in BFDI were mainly due to the fact Golf Ball was eliminated, I feel like they can make him good again. His personality isn't that hard to make. I mean, if you guys are able to make Nickel and Bombi good, I literally don't see the excuse for Tennis Ball being bad. Who knows? I think Tennis Ball has a chance of being good, but I'm not really gonna be holding my breath over it. I only having Pen below TV is mostly because Pen is kind of boring and a bit overrated. He isn't bad but I don't really get him. He has a lot of fans since around IDFB. And it seems it worked since BFB. He got a ton of screen time, and that's great, but in Teapot, he hasn't done really nothing much. Heck, Eraser kind of started to do more in Teapot. After Teapot 2, it took until Teapot 5 for Pen to do something, and he's first safe while Eraser is in the bottom 3 and has been doing something. I don't know, it's just weird. He's kind of overrated. Like maybe if he did so much stuff in the start of Teapot, I will be more willing to forgive him, but he didn't do anything at all. It's almost kind of funny. If this was a character like Marker, people will be hopping and saying he's overrated. Nobody says Pen is overrated, yet, he could end up like Marker where people admit he's overrated and start to hate on him. I don't know, I just feel mixed on Pen. He has ton of fans. But he's just kind of never lived up to the hype people give him. At least Tennis Ball has a reason to be liked. Even if he sucks in Teapot, Pen is kind of boring in Teapot, so I honestly don't see why people like him a lot though. TV is a character I used to hate. In fact, he somehow has done more on the team than both Pen and Tennis Ball. More than Tennis Ball. And it's weird. Cause in BFDI he was a host temporary. BFB. He was kind of bland, and in Teapot, he was until Teapot 5 where he kind of tricks Robot Flower a bit into hurting her team a bit, and it works. And honestly it's surprising to see that when you realize that Tennis Ball probably had more fans around the time, but as time went on, he lost them. Honestly I like TV. I find it weird how he would talk in clips. But starting with Teapot 5, he starts talking with this whole Scottish accent, so at least the writers remember he has a voice instead of using his clips. And honestly I feel like him interacting his team more is great. I wanna see more of that. Keep doing that. I think TV is just an amazing character, and honestly it will be more to see more of him than Tennis Ball, so there's that. I don't know. You know. TV is great and I'm glad he's been getting more love lately. A bit of hate, but I think the hate died down. Eraser is one of those characters that improved upon with time. In Teapot, him and Teardrop rivalry, I think the writers love it. I just don't know. I hope he isn't eliminated yet. I don't know. I feel like he will stay considering Eraser has fans. Tennis Ball has barely anything. Moving on. Him in Teapot 2 was amazing. I feel like he needs just to do more and more. It's weird how him and Pen don't interact much, but he isn't as bad as Donut and Barf Bag. That one is more confusing to say. Cause they were on the same team yet and then act like they don't each other. Pen and Eraser were on different teams, so it's acceptable and fine to say for the least. I feel like Eraser will live for another elimination. He could probably go when Are You OK loses a third time, which I will be upset, but if it's after Tennis Ball, I wouldn't mind. Also, people say Tennis Ball will return due to being really popular, when if he was popular, he would be safe instead of being in the bottom two, so there's that. I love Eraser. What are you gonna do about it? Golf Ball is an interesting case cause I don't think she's been bad in any season, and while she can be a bit annoying at times, I find it weird how she was in the bottom two of BFB8 when she literally did nothing to do that. I kind of miss the 8-ball and golf ball rivalry. Considering the riders act like the basketball and golf ball rivalry isn't a thing in Teapot 6 and 7, it would be cool to see, I don't know, like bring back 8-ball. Please. I honestly feel like golf ball and Pen could be a conflict, but one thing I don't understand is her telling Puffball sorry instantly and instantly being forgiven. Considering she basically excluded Puffball twice and they're cool now. That's confusing. And I never got that one. You think Puffball will still treat Golf Ball the way she treated her, but nope. They didn't. Golf Ball needs conflict with her. She's a great character on her own, but they should keep the basketball arc. I mean, basketball wasn't doing much in Teapot 6 and 7 anyway. She just was helping her team. I think Belle and Robot Flower and Grassy can take over and help, so there's that. I feel like it's just weird. Now anyways, instead of talking about Fries and Puffball separate, I'm gonna talk about them together, since they're very similar in general. I honestly like Puffball and Fries, and I am sad Fries had to go. Tennis Ball hasn't been interesting for a while. I legit don't care what they do with him in Teapot. Just eliminate Tennis Ball at this point. Puffball has fans. Honestly, they should have showed more of their friendship in the actual show. Instead of waiting until Teapot 5 to do this, they should have done this around Teapot 1 or even earlier, cause they've been on the same team, so what was stopping them? So I love Puffball and Fries. I honestly think people will like if these two friendship was explored, but they can't do that in BFDI or Teapot since Fries is gone in Teapot and Puffball is gone in BFDI, so there's some sadness of that, and people would love them more if they did. Like, could you imagine how good it would have been if we saw their friendship in Teapot 2? They sabotages other teams. It would probably make Teapot 2 a little bit better, but Fries is great and I don't want him to rejoin cause he's in BFDIA. Same case with Puffball. Although her elimination was poorly written in BFDIA with BFDIA 5e and all that. So yeah, I think these two are great and I feel like these two will get more and more fans since, like, why wouldn't they? I highly doubt Puffball will lose fans. I found it stupid people were mad she made a team lose when Foldy and so many other characters have done that. And it's fine. Teardrop made the strongest team on Earth lose in Teapot 2, yet nobody points an eye there, so yeah, dumb reason.